Can we take a look at Sylabandia? So Sylabandia is the biggest nation on Earth. What is Sylabandia? It's Silicon Valley plus the broadband and media industries, plus their feeders in the data brokerage, dark web, bot farming, venture capital, private equity, and cybersecurity industries. And those are our rivals, folks. Sylabandia considers all information about you to be their own money-making asset. It's not just about your purchase habits. So for the longest time, people thought, oh, that's what they're capturing. They want to know what ads I'm looking at. Well, they serve whatever the client wants. And if the client is, let's say a Russian disinformation operation, that's what they get. So they learn about your habits, your relationships, your beliefs, and that's all for sale. So, gee, if Sylabandia is so powerful, shouldn't we all try to participate in its governance? Let's take a look. Let's join Sylabandia's governance operation to see how we can do that. We picked 4 members of Sylabandia, and maybe you can roll over those 4 to see how we can participate in the management of, let's say Apple. Right there, it's kind of hard to read, but I think it says 400. To get 15% of the equity in Apple, you'll just need to buy some stock. 15% of Apple stock, or
right? 400 billion at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only it's a whole lot more than that. These are old numbers. One of these days, we're going to link the number there to a live number. But you get the idea. This is all you have to do to participate in the governance of the world's information infrastructure. Just, probably to get a significant chunk of all of these plus others in Sylabandia. Maybe it's going to take $1 trillion. So go ahead, scroll down, and let's see another way we can participate in the governance of the world's information infrastructure, if that's too pricey for you. So if you find it inconvenient to free up a spare $100 billion to one of those boards, well, it's more than that. But we have another way to change the digital world. It's escape Sylabandia. We need an alternative to Sylabandia. Now roll over these, Suzanne, if you will, just to show the check marks. So if you want privacy for yourself, online spaces that provide real security and real privacy, accountability from others you encounter online, the ability to log in anywhere without passwords using an easier and more secure credential. This next one's important. Ownership of information about yourself. I don't mean technical ownership, I mean technical and legal ownership. There's an awful lot of people who are building vaults. Ours, or I shouldn't say ours, I should say Osmio's, includes the legal components that you control access to and the use of that information about yourself. Social media that respects your relationships with others. We don't redefine the word friend. And then also, very important, the ability to create your own community that delivers all the above to your people. Now, I was in social media starting in 1982, and all the way from 1982 to when we sold the business to Rupert Murdoch in 1993, we made it easy for you to create your own SIG, your own community, management tools so that you controlled who could get in or how people would apply to get in, management tools, librarian tools, banner editing tools, etc. You could manage a whole staff of people who manage your social network. So if you want those things, you're happy to learn about the Authenticity Alliance and a continent named Authentiverse. We'll show you that in a minute. But first, let's take a look at how real privacy is part of Authentiverse. Real privacy is part of everything we do, actually. It's called MOI, My Own Information. It's your personal information vault. It resembles one of those classified information file cabinets that governments use. It has 3 drawers. The top drawer is actually an instance of a solid pod, the W3C solid. That's where you keep your structured information, field-oriented information. The middle drawer is for unstructured information, and the bottom drawer is for information you happen to have in your possession, but which you don't own or necessarily own. Now notice that the top two drawers have the words biographical reference work on top of them. You can't claim copyright in a fact, but you can claim copyright in a compilation of facts that take the form of a reference work. So we create your biographical reference work, and that is subject of not just copyright, but secrecy law, what we know is trade secret law, but it can apply to individuals as well as companies. So that is our response, the core of our response to Sylabandia. So what is Sylabandia really? Well, it started out as a set of industries, but let's step back and think about where it's gone and where it is going. It's one big mafia. Remember when one of their members used to say, "Don't be evil"? Don't hear that anymore, do you? This immense mafia-nation collects over $2.5 trillion in taxes each year.